I want us to do a market view breakdown on the Euro USD chart. So now I'll simply just start my analysis right up from the beginning so you guys can have the content and get to watch it out if anytime you're free. So now we have Euro USD. This area is currently the highest point market has gotten to during this drop, and then this area is currently our break of structure we have on the higher time frame. So basically we can just put it as our B. So this area is our BOS. This is the highest point market has gotten to, and then this is the lowest point market has gotten to. So now why do we need to note this down? We need to note this down because it's going to be a very helpful information going forward basically. Now we can now put it down to the smaller time frame. On the smaller time frame, which is our weekly time frame basically, you can clearly see that we have our break of structure. This is the lowest point market has gotten to, and this is the highest point market has gotten to. So now what do? We now want to understand what is going on within this area basically. Now the first thing we can clearly see is all of all these little structures here being broken to the upside. So we have this clear break of structure to the upside. So we have this clear break of structure to the upside where we want to see reaction when market gets into the 0.618 level or around here. Now, aside from that, we also clearly see that we have break of structure at this point also. So we have BOS here. We have our BOS at this point, and we also have another BOS at this point here. Another break of structure also at this point. So now the point is this. These levels are very important levels, so that's why we have to note them down. And all of all this move, this area we can see is basically what we can call liquidity. So market actually came down to swipe liquidity using from this break of structure here, from this particular break of structure. We should pick this zone, all the break of structures down to this point. Market came down into this area, tapped it and pushed up, and now we can clearly see that it didn't break above this high. That is also an information telling us that the trend is actually weak going to the upside. So that tells us that we possibly may not be looking at or seeing markets giving us newer breaks of structure to the upside. Why? Because one, we can clearly see that market has given us a major break of structure to the downside. That tells us something. It tells us that the market is okay going to the downward side. You understand? That is one. Going to the downward side. That is one. Now, another thing again it tells us is we can now, with that information, we can clearly understand that we are moving from this particular area, which was a major order block which created a break of structure down to this point. So that now helps us with the general bias of this market. Now, what do we do with that? That information helps us to pick out our order block on the weekly time frame. Now, what we are doing now is what we call our top-down analysis. You understand? So we are basically doing our top-down analysis. So if I should come here, I would simply say, no, so I'll put it at a capital letter. Then I would simply say top yeah. Understand? So one thing I can do is I can just increase this. Let's say, let me say I increase it to 30 or 28. 28 is fine. So we can now clearly see that this is our top-down analysis on the Euro USD. So now, since we understand the market has tapped into this point, it has created our liquidity, it has given us a smaller break of structure at this point. This previous high, the last high, now let me make it clear so you guys can see and understand what I'm saying. So the last high, the last break of structure was taken out by this move here. So that simply tells us that market is changing character. So before let me mark that zone. Sorry about that. So this simply tells us that market is changing character. So what is going to be our ideal momentum? We are simply going to be looking out for taking our trades from here. And then for those who are able to swing and have mind to swing, they would simply take our entry here and then their take profit will be at this point. But now remember, this is weekly time frame, so this move is actually a very huge move. So we can't do that, especially when it comes to risk to reward. So what can we simply do? We would simply look out for taking those trades on the smaller time frame. So because we already understand the direction of the market to the downside, which is this, we can now be able to take the scalps to the downside. You understand? Now what do we do? Since we have this, we now have to play with this area because we now have a break of structure and this turns to liquidity. So this turns to liquidity. You understand? That turns to liquidity because we already have a break of structure here, understanding this market structure. Now, based on that, we can now do what? Mark this area. So we can now mark this area as our point, which is our point A level, and this, which is our point B level, which I would also mark out for you guys. So this is now our point. Okay, so let me adjust it to the smaller time frame 14. So this is our level B. Oh shit. So this is our level B. This is our point B. So this is our point A. So now this is our level B, and so this is our point A and point B level. Basically, what do? We simply mark out our from our highs to this point. So this is the first area of take profit we are going to be looking out for. And now if you can look at the market clearly, you can see the market did the same. It first hit the first level, did its retracement massively to the downside, came back, hit the level again twice, gave a break of structure, and currently pushing again to the downside, where we'll be looking at this first take profit, which is 50%. So which is 50%. So what do we simply do? We can now remove this. We can now remove this, and then let's see. Looking at the structure. Looking at the structure, we can only go to the smaller time frame now, which is the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we want to pick the market structure. So we want to pick the structure on this smaller time frame. So on this smaller time frame, we will clearly see that. So we'll clearly see we want to mark our break of structure. I mean our break in trend line. So we want to clearly see market break this area, give us its retest, and then we are good to enter for shorts basically. So this is the area we are looking out for. So because this level was not taken out, it was tested twice. We want to see markets break this trend line and give us its retest either to this trend line, or it has already given us break of structure, which is one. Before that, it gave us liquidity grab. So we want to see market approach this point, either make its retracement or break this level, then retest it, and then we are good to continue. So this is what we could possibly be looking at for. One is this, and then back to the downside. So this is the first thing we are looking out for. So this is the first thing we're looking out for. Our aim is basically to slash these lows, basically. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what the market is doing. So on the 4-hour time frame, remember I'll delete this. So on the 4-hour time frame, the chart is a little bit based on the lines. This line actually help us to understand the market separation. So these lines are each day, from this blue line to this next line is a movement in the market for one day. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame. We already understand the structure on the higher time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, let's see what it gives to us. Now we already understand that we are in a downtrend, so we are basically looking for the downtrending structure we want to work with. So let's see. The clear thing I can simply do on this market is we've been having break of structures to the downside, and then this is another level we anticipate market to break, which is where we'll be focusing our trade for today. And then this looks like a liquidity grab. So let's see what we are going to be doing today. So we have this point, which is our level of liquidity. And then this is our level of break of structure. This is our BOS. So this is our break of structure here. And then we also have a break of structure at this point. We have a break of structure here. So this is a break of structure here. Now let us, all we'll simply do is would mark this level from this point here down to this point, and then this is our entry. So basically I want to end the video quickly and attend to something. So basically what we're going to do is, this area is our level of entry, and then this area is our level of take profit. So if you have entered here, fine, you simply will look at this, and then your take profit will be here. So basically this will be your take profit, and your take profit will be here. Now another point you can put your main distance here. So basically we have this, so that's it basically. So we don't have final take profit here. So that's it basically for the Euro USD. Peace guys, have a wonderful day.